but I thought it would really be fun to tell you 15 things that we do spend money on now. And kind of the things that are uncompromising even in our financial journey. Take a look. Hey everybody, and welcome back to Linin Up Ducks. Today I am in another town visiting some friends, and they are having fun at the pool while I am over here getting some work in. And I thought it would be really fun. I shared our 30 things that we don't spend money on when we're on a major financial journey. But I thought it would really be fun to tell you 15 things that we do spend money on now. And kind of the things that are uncompromising even in our financial journey. Okay, so the very first thing, I have a bunch of kids. The very first thing that I have always spent money on, whether or not we are in a major savings or debt payoff mode, is fancy hand soap. And yes, I know you're sitting here going, the hand soap is so expensive, but you know what? I really can't stand the liquid hand soap. It does something to my skin. It makes it feel slimy. So I really like the foaming hand soap best. And I have found that if my girls end up smelling like a cupcake after they have washed their hands in the bathroom, they are much more likely to wash their hands and be clean. Seriously. I mean, what little kid does not want to smell like a cupcake at the end of the day? The other thing that I have recently found that we do spend money on is really good dish soap. So I was a loyal Dawn user for all of my life, and I hate washing dishes. I mean, I told my husband that if he wanted to marry someone to do his dishes, that he could marry somebody else. It's that bad. I really hate doing the dishes. So we don't have a dishwasher in our RV, and I had to get used to washing dishes by hand. So I decided that I was gonna go to the store and just find a dish soap that I liked. And my criteria, it had to smell good. So I found the Mrs. Meyer's dish soap. Love it. It smells fantastic. My hands are not raw after I finish washing the dishes like they were with Dawn, and it still cleans my dishes just as good as Dawn does. If not better. I think it's actually better. So if you hate doing the dishes, check out Mrs. Meyer's. Not only did they have really good smelling dish soaps, they actually had my favorite scent ever, which is lilac. So it was a really easy choice for me. Go grab the lilac soap, enjoy myself doing the dishes. All right, this is probably gonna be a non-negotiable for a lot of people, but one of the things we do spend money on is good skincare products. So I have always had skin that's really dry. I've never had acne, and so I've never really had to work on my skin. Although I have such bad sun damage from years of being a lifeguard and not putting sunscreen on. But my husband has bad skin, and he's always, really fought with his skin. So no matter where we were on a financial journey, taking care of his skin has always been super important in our budget. So we've always made sure to make space for any type of skincare that he may have needed in his budget. All right, so number 4 on the list is home organization. There is nothing worse than being in a space with all of your stuff and it just sitting around everywhere or being tossed in a drawer and you can't find anything. So I have always made room in our budget to organize the things that we have in our house. Now, it still may look a little messy because I'm not the tidiest person on the planet, but you look in my closets and they're immaculate. I love organizing a space. I have several small space organizing videos in this playlist if you want to see them, and it is worth the money. And check out Do It on a Dime. That's one of my favorite channels that she does a lot of home organizing and home projects on her own and with Dollar Tree or Dollar General or Walmart products. So you don't have to spend a fortune to do it. All right, number 5 on the list is experiences. We are a experiences over stuff family, and I would rather our grandparents take our our daughters for their birthdays to do something fun and memorable than give them just another toy. So I'm definitely one to spend money on experiences. So whatever concert, whatever museum, whatever play place, whatever it is, making those memories with our kids has become extremely important. And really, now that our finances are free to be able to make those memories a lot more often, we're really enjoying having some experience-based space in our budget. Okay, so number 6 on the list is, no matter where we are in any financial journey, we have always had a restaurant budget. So always had money for eating out. And I'm talking about when we had a year that our adjusted gross income was $14,000 for the whole year. We still had a restaurant budget. And that is because I need an easy button some days. Some days you are just too tired. But that easy button has been absolutely essential in just making my mom life just a little bit more bearable on days where your kids are just going nuts, because they do. They just go nuts some days, and you literally are pulling your hair out and all you want to do is eat a hamburger. Another budget item that we do spend money on always in our budget is personal money. So that is some money for me and some money for Scott. And that is for we budget with our money together, so it's not yours and mine, it's all ours. That is our choice, and that's the way we do it. But to make that work for us, he needed some question-free spending, and so did I. If I wanted to go buy out Hobby Lobby or Joann's fabric, having $40 a month to be able to go and do that, so I can, have some things to do with my time. Or he at the time was, he has hobbies that he likes to do, and just not having to ask your partner about small purchases sometimes really makes it really makes budgeting and finance a lot easier in a partnership. If you're interested in more budgeting tips using our real salary numbers and want to help support our channel, check out our shop linked in the description box below for our annual financial planner and cash envelopes for all of your budgeting needs. Okay, number 8 is gifts. And I know this might be weird. You're like, everybody spends money on gifts. Why are you mentioning gifts? But I'm talking about the gift, the right gift. So if I have a $50 budget for someone, or even a $100 budget for someone, but I have an idea that is like the perfect gift for that person, I blow my budget. And it's okay. Oftentimes figuring out that perfect gift for someone that is going to really touch their heart and mean something to them is entirely more important to me than sticking to that particular gift budget. I would rather make it up in other places. I would rather sacrifice, my own Christmas gift to, make sure that, whoever I'm giving this gift to gets the best gift, gets the wonderful idea I've had. Having a lot of thought go into a gift, it just really is the thought behind it that, you're like, okay, they really know me, or they really are paying attention to the things that I need in my life. So that perfect gift, when I find it, I will spend money on it. Number 9 is quality sheets. And this is actually a funny story. When Scott and I first married, the sheets he slept on felt like sandpaper. They were awful. And I think I slept on them one night after we got married, and then I went out and bought a $100 pair of sheets. He was so mad at me when I got home. He was like, I can't believe you spent $100 on a pair of sheets. And I told him, sleep on them one night. If it does not change your life, I will never spend $100 on a pair of sheets again. And he woke up the next morning and said, you go spend, baby, whatever you want on sheets. You can find good sheets, pretty much anywhere these days. I've got a link in the description box below to some really good sheets that we found on Amazon that are a good price. I love jersey cotton sheets, so I've got those linked down below because they're never loose and they always are nice and tight on your bed. So I've got a couple of options for you in the description box down below, so go check them out. All right, number 10 is total mom thing. I occasionally get my car professionally detailed. And I'm not talking about like just a wash and a vacuum. I am talking about seats removed, vacuum under the carpet, like full on detail. I have 4 kids under the age of 8, and my car gets disgusting. I can try and threaten and say that, you know, they're not gonna have food in my car again, they're not gonna have, you know, juice in my car again, they're not gonna have anything in my car again, and still somehow the Cookie Monster gets into my car and leaves cookie crumbs everywhere. So having like an occasional detail, a car detail, that's like one of my favorite gifts that people can give me, is because it just takes, my car is an absolute embarrassment. It's, tell me in the description box below some of the things that you like to spend money on, and I might be able to put together a 15 things list of viewer favorites. That would be super fun. Number 11 is pet things. Now, we've not had pets on our, you know, long financial journeys before. And holy wow, this is the first time we've had dogs, and I don't think if I really understood how expensive dogs were that I would have agreed to get my kids a dog. Yeah, they're really expensive. But the extra pet things that, you know, the extra chew toys, the extra, the extra treats, the, you know, things to keep them occupied, those kind of things I will spend money on when we do have some extra money. Number 12 is a quirk of mine, and that is new swimsuits. I really don't like wearing someone's old swimsuit. It's just a little gross to me. So I always buy my girls new swimsuits. Now, if they want one of their sister's old swimsuits, that's fine. But that's one thing I do not buy at the consignment store is a swimsuit. And you can usually find them on a good sale at the end of the season from the previous year, and just save them for the next year. All right, number 13 you have seen in this shoe organizing video before, but it is quality shoes. So I have 4 girls, and I have found if I buy the $80 Skahoshi tennis shoes, it literally, I can pass them down to all 4 of my girls. Or if I buy the sun sandals that the girls love to wear during the summer as their church shoes, they will go through all 4 of my girls. So those quality shoes, it originally was a giant kick in the budget and a swift kick in the teeth when it came time to purchase the shoes. But after having them for a number of years and seeing how wonderful they really are and that they do pass down, for our kids' main bread and butter shoes, their tennis shoes and their sun sands in the summertime, I buy quality shoes. And I will say that natives are something that are really good too. Like, I've bought the Target brand before, and they just don't hold up like the actual native brand. Although there are some other brands that have come out with that same design now, so I haven't tried those. But one pair of natives that I bought for my oldest daughter is now being worn by my 3rd daughter, and they're easily going to make it to my 4th without being scratched, scuffed, or they're just still in perfect condition. Throw them in the washing machine and they look fantastic. Number 14 is good luggage. And I know this was like a little weird, but luggage is expensive. Luggage is really expensive. And nobody wants to have the same black bag that everybody has going into the airport. We don't fly much, but I have found that a good hard-sided suitcase with 4 rollers on the bottom of it is absolutely essential when I'm juggling kids and purses and everything. That way I can pull it or push it or whatever. So having good quality luggage is good. There is usually a really great sale running at the department stores at least twice a year for luggage, so definitely check those out. All right, the last thing on my list of 15 things I do spend money on is number 15, and that is plants and gardening. I used to be the person that killed everything that lived. Everything. I killed a 25-year-old plant of my mother's once in 2 days. Yeah. But now I seem to really enjoy keeping them alive and doting on them and loving on them, and I've always had a vegetable garden. I love growing vegetables in the summertime and really miss it. Now, it's probably not that cost effective the way I grow vegetables, but being that sometimes I don't get as much of a yield as I could, but I used to get so many vegetables that I sold to a local organic grocery store. So that was great. I got a trade off on my groceries. So plants and gardening is something that makes me smile. So definitely that is something that I do spend money on. So I would say if it's not plants and gardening for you, whatever it is that brings you joy, do spend money on that in your budget. It is just, life's too short not to have a little bit of joy in every month of your budget. It is wonderful to see you again. Thank you so much for watching. It is always a blessing to have you in my life and in my home, and I love spending this time with you. And I will see you in the next video.